Okay, welcome back to the adventures of Professor Vindicator, Captain Lars Gagner. And we're still working on this quest in the dam. And let's try to figure this out. We got the key card, which got us access through that locked room. Then we shut down, diverted the power. I think the next thing we need to do is just grab that component thing we need. So let's see if we can figure this out. We are level 72 on our way to 75. I've got a plan to 75. I've also got, I think I planned a little farther out even. Let's see, I'm bringing up my 75 plan here. See if I can bring it up. Good. I don't think we have a skill point right now. I haven't checked that. But yeah, the Lars plan to 80 includes lasers, demolitions, rifle certification, sniper, and botany. We definitely need we need to do something about the damage to us. Yeah, demolitions, we're on our way. We can do that anytime. And botany we could do anytime, I believe. Yep. Oh no, we still got a whole bunch to do there. We do have 3 in botany. I don't have that marked down. So I should mark that down. All right. Enough of my spreadsheeting. Let's deal with issues we're experiencing. Okay. I don't think it's here, because that got us through that door, and that got us access to this eventually. And I think the real goal is this thing here.
No! You utter fool! Don't you have any idea what you have done?
Oh, so it was that easy. I'm learning as I go, but I believe I've severed the link to the vortex energy and makes you all invulnerable. That makes you all invulnerable.
You are so very clever. More so than an Asco's entourage. Those interlocks power our pods. You have killed Vedrasa.
Nice.
What is more, you have disrupted the flow of power within the dam. You are one step from dooming those farmers on the surface.
You didn't care about them before.
All right, hero. You have proven yourself a commendable opponent. But now, you have a choice to make.
Really?
If you can remove the remaining interlock, you will have bested us. But you will ruin the lives of those above us. Or we can continue this contest of wills and see which of us is stronger. The choice is yours.
Or you could just let me walk out.
But we do. My dedication to the Great Serpent demands my obedience.
So why are we having this conversation then?
Not the best you can do.
Jesus. Oh yes, you can. Where'd you go?
Take your best shot.
You're done. And once more, bandages and injector. Good thing I made a lot of these. Let's deal with this. The power's out again. Really? We gotta deal with the power again? Whoops. Ah. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Open that door.
Warning. Critical power failure. Dam function
Fixed.
compromised. Emergency evacuation protocols enacted.
Do they have anything of
Please
value?
exit the facility.
All right. Looks like-
Housemen are many things, but rarely liars. I hope we
Katarisia.
don't make the situation worse.
Drakir. Let's go. Yeah, out the main way. I think that way. Why are we
Any
being
luck,
told
this
to
place
deal
does
with
research
this?
on something harmless like geology or climate, and
Find a way to open the door, exit the dam.
not says, you know.
We already did that. Supervisor note. It keeps
Biology.
pointing us to this, but that's not what we need. There we go. Out. Which way? I think this is the way. It's strange, it keeps pointing us back to that console, which we really don't need to deal with. Quest markers get confused. I think that was what was really confusing me during this mission. The clues were there. Like, it's not like it was that complicated. So optional, check on the villagers. Find a way to open the door. We already did that. That's funny. It still thinks we need to open the door. Check on the villagers. Yeah, we definitely want to check on the villagers. Because I'm worried about them. Oops. Ah, cheapers. Lars. Okay. Stop walking so fast. Check on the villagers. Let's just go straight there. It's back on the dam. There we are. Yeah, we're kind of flooded, aren't we? Sorry, guys. Hey.
We'll have
Hey,
to move.
kid.
What are we going to do?
Sorry. Hey, you need to wake
My
up.
whole life drowned.
I'm sorry.
So, the Phantom spoke true. We have
We
done enough
offended
here.
the
We
great
should go.
serpent so.
I do not understand.
Dasra was not enough?
What did we do to deserve this?
Sorry. But, we needed to save your leader. Oh. It sent us back to the dam again because it still thinks we haven't opened the door. What we really need to do is we need to get back here. Okay. Here we go. Oof. It's late. I think what we need to do actually, we are not in great shape. We should probably head back to the ship. If I can find our ship. Where's our ship? Now, do it this way. Rest up. And then come back. Loving that extra XP bonus, always. 15% for sleeping and 5% for a grout pie. Don't turn that down. And since we'll be completing this quest, at least one quest.
Let's get out there and do something new today, shall we?
All right, Barrett. Sure.
It's nice to see you.
Not today, though.
Can I
I'm going to
help?
go have a nap. I think it's dark outside, so it's better if we slept till daytime. Yeah, it's 3:41 local time. 5 hours will do.
You, my love, are truly something special.
Thank you. Some grout pie for 5% extra XP gain. And that's the last of the grout milk. Let's get out of here. Sorry about that diversion. Should have thought that before we headed on in. Is this where we want to go? I don't think I want to be in the bar, actually.
I have not seen my sister in days.
Sorry. I'll see if I can help you out later. Oh. Whoops. Come on. There we go. Hey, buddy.
The morning device may be our one and only chance to reach Anasco and save Dazra.
Well,
I am old and my eyesight is not what it used to be, but I know the face of success when I see it.
yeah, it's been a
Your lead from
bitch.
Hostel Kef paid off.
Did you know there was a secret research facility underneath the Malene Dam?
I did not, but it does not surprise me. So many projects over the decades. So many secrets. So few successes.
Alright, well here's the interlock. An old lab produced something called Vortex Interlocks. I have one. I hope it's helpful.
I have heard of such a thing. Recently, in fact, just before the accident. That is apparently not a coincidence. We do not need it for the device, but if this accounts for some of the leaps in progress in the Citadel...
I did all that
I
and you
wish to
don't
hold
need
on
it?
to As much as I have devoted my life to science, one cannot deny that there is an occasional spark of the divine. The Great Serpent has use for this. And you, still to come. It falls on House Kadik to provide their final piece to this puzzle. And progress is always welcome, but we are not done yet.
Oh, I got some kind of reward there. And an achievement, apparently. Wow. It's a rare heavy exterminator. Cool. It's not what I want to be wielding right now, so we'll just We'll switch. All right. Well, thank you, buddy. What's next? We need to hit assist House Kadik. Okay, let's hook this one up. It's very close to us. Assist House Kadik. Fine. That way.
Our fate lies in the morning, guys. Must be.
Let's go talk to these folks. Gee, if I paid attention to the quest and wasn't being thrown off by that quest marker, I wouldn't have had to complete this in this next episode. Oh, we were here before. That's right. Hi there. Hi.
Chosen.
Envoy.
You can't be serious granting them an audience. This is exactly the impression we don't want to give.
Hi.
Please, Jamal. Don't you see how all this works in our favor? It's not up for discussion. I won't risk what we've worked so hard to achieve. It's done.
No, you'd risk our future and reputation as a house. But you are the chosen elder.
Ah, don't patronize me. The Great Serpent spared our house. We are favored here. Shouldn't you get back to the council? We can't afford to be absent
I'll
at
take
a
that
time
pencil
like
case
this.
too.
I guarantee I'm not missing much. But you're right. I'll be heading back soon enough.
Hi.
Since you exposed Okeem, we'll be reviewing our policy for new house members.
Well, that's a good plan.
So, Akris has sent our newest Vindicator to inquire about Sahima. Don't worry, Jamal's already told me all about you. I'm Razma, Elder of House Kadik and head of the Ministry of Conjunction.
Conjunction junction. What's your function? What's this Ministry of Conjunction junction? What's your
The
function?
Ministry of Conjunction is one of the 3 government branches of our society. We deal in information to ensure the High Council can make educated decisions. Most of our work is highly classified. Even the High Council itself may not be aware of all that we're involved in.
Yeah, that sounds suspicious. Let's get down to business.
You're right. It's not wise to waste time on pleasantries, especially now. Besides, who am I to argue with the Great Serpent's choice?
Oh, hold on a second. All right, my soup is ready. So. We would like Sahima to help recalibrate the morning device.
I know the Council is looking to Sahima for answers, but the truth is, she's been taken, along with other members of the House. They're being held hostage by Zealots, and now they're demanding negotiations.
Well, I can take care of that for you. That's right up my alley.
This is a major overreach. I have never known the Zealots to be so bold.
Zealots don't negotiate, they kill on sight.
Perhaps the Zealots you know. But they were once a part of Varun society. Our relationship is far more complex. The Zealots have yet to name specifics. At best, they'll demand an inordinate amount of credits or firearms. Worst case, a seat at the High Council or even the reinstatement of their house.
House Maline.
House Maline. They know we can't risk Sahima for Dazra's sake. So, they won't hold back when it comes to demands.
What are you going to tell me about this House Maline?
House Maline was fully dedicated to Jandar Varun. They objected when his brother, Jarek, was chosen to take over as leader. They knew he would bring an end to the Serpent's crusade. It's why they abandoned their house and became the Zealots you know today. to continue what they believe is Jinan and Jandar's work.
Well, the Zealots don't deserve anything.
Agreed. Which is why I'm hoping you can help. I need you to find the hostages. Bring them home, so the Zealots have nothing to leverage, and Zahima can work with the High Council.
Oh, that sounds good.
Normally, I'd have agents doing everything possible to find them. But we too suffered losses. We need to be here. Present. I couldn't risk more lives. It's the only reason I
Except
even agreed
mine.
to these negotiations. But now that you're here, I can finally take action.
You mean I can take action? I'll bring Zahima and the hostages home. No negotiations are
And
needed.
that's where the issue lies. I don't know where the Zealots are keeping Zahima, but I have a good idea who does. Their name is Merrick. Merrick is a Kadik, and they also work for me as an agent in the Ministry of Conjunction. This is where matters get complicated.
Oh. Well, I like complicated. I am a professor. Let's hear what these complications
As
are.
I said, Merrick works for me in the Ministry of Conjunction. They've been establishing an inside relationship with the Zealots for some time now. On my orders. Forcing them to give up the information could jeopardize all they've worked for. So don't expect them to be forthcoming. Get the
Okay.
information any way you see fit. As long as no physical harm comes to them.
Oh,
Understood.
bummer. All right. Well, I'll get back to you.
See that you do. You'll find Merrick upstairs in the meditation room.
Thank you. Upstairs. Oh, there's the stairs. All right. We're gonna need to convince you of stuff. Yeah, well,
You're no member of House Kadik. What are you doing here?
I'm the Vindicator. I may not be House Kadik, but I'm the only one here that's communicating with an Ascoverum.
Oh, so you're the heretic turned vindicator who thinks they're one of us now.
Actually, no, I don't.
So tell me, what would a chosen one such as yourself want with someone like me?
I'd like to shoot you right between the eyes, actually. I think you know.
Oh, I certainly don't. I may have many talents, but mind reading isn't one of them.
You can drop the act. Razma told me about your position.
Did she now? I guess this means the High Council is still asking Auntie Razma where Zahima is. And if you're here making demands, she obviously has decided to make use of you rather than undergo sincere negotiations. I see what's going on here.
Very perceptive. I can see why Razma's so impressed with you.
Well, I am one of the few to garner any amount of trust with the Zealots, so she should be. I can't imagine where the Ministry of Conjunction would be without me.
We'll find out soon enough, I think. But we'll butter you up. It's impressive to be trusted over more senior members.
Yes, I can see the jealousy all over their faces. It's nice to see I'm being properly recognized. I may excel in my skills, but it doesn't mean the hours I put in are any less.
You're really full of yourself,
From
aren't you?
flattery to insults. Whatever game you're playing at is obviously over, so why don't you go harass someone else? Promised? As I was saying, I can't imagine where the Ministry of Conjunction would be without me.
Such a young age, too.
I do have a natural talent. It's nice to see I'm being properly recognized. I may excel in my skills, but it doesn't mean...
Good work takes time, no matter how talented you are.
Exactly. There's still research, analysis, documentation. Too much documentation, if you ask me. But altogether, I have the exact talents needed to do this job, which is why I was entrusted with the Zealots in the first place. I admit it hasn't always been easy. They are Zealots, you know.
Takes a lot to deal with the levels of stress you must be experiencing.
Some days, it takes everything. I can't even tell you how much time and effort it's been to sway the Zealots my way. Not to mention the stress over my own personal well-being. I may be the best at what I do, but I'm not stupid. The Zealots do have the element of unpredictability.
You say they're unpredictable. So you know the danger of Saeem and the hostage you're in.
I was wondering when your own agenda would come into play. I've worked hard to obtain my position with the Zealots. And like I've told Razma 1,000 times, I have no reason to believe they're going to hurt my dear cousins, especially Sahima. So, as far as I'm concerned, that information stays with me.
When I find the location and rescue them, I'll let them know how much you cared.
And you think they'd believe your word over mine? Now leave me alone before I call security and have you escorted out. Or worse.
Yeah. You're a dick. I'm going to make sure you know about that later. All right.
I heard it's impossible to find decent Koza out there. I can't imagine doing that kind of work without being able to find a decent drink.
Yeah, mission logs. 5.8. Discussions with the head did not go well. Well, let's read it in reverse order. I met with the Shadow, head at Shadow Station. Epsilon will discuss the benefits of a true alliance again. He finds our proposal so hard to be unfair. It's true. They heavily benefit House Kadik, but what does he expect? We can't afford to supply them with upgraded ordnance they truly want. Even if we could, we wouldn't be foolish enough to give it to them. 7. I just learned the Zealots kidnapped several of my cousins while we were all in the wake of destruction and loss. I'll need to arrange a meeting with the head to see what his plan is. I'm not sure whether to be shocked or angry. Whatever hit Dazzler was so sudden. If the Zealots saw the chance to make a move, it makes sense they didn't have the time to discuss it. At the same time, I thought the connections I'd made were better. I see this as a failing on my part. Well, you failed. Discussion with the head did not go well. He confirmed the kidnapping of cousins, but wasn't willing to discuss his plans for negotiations. Razma and Jimal keep pressuring me for the information, but they both know how hard I've worked to cultivate this relationship. If I give up until now, we lose greater opportunities for the future. Besides, I have no reason to believe the head will harm the hostages. In fact, they need them. Sahim in particular. They may put her to work, but at least they need her alive. The head isn't stupid enough to lose the only leverage he's ever had. As far as I'm concerned, my cousins are safe.
Does this contain sensitive data? Valuable, perhaps?
Oh, yeah. So, that's that. I turned to Razma. I believe we need to go that way. Yeah, this way. Where are you?
Zealots interfering in a time like this. It's insulting.
Hi, we're back.
I hope Merrick was forthcoming.
No, he was a
You
dick.
must have gotten the location.
Mjork's computer was more forthcoming. The location of Shadow Station Epsilon.
Very resourceful. And luckily, a location I'm familiar with. If my intel is correct, you can find Shadow Station Epsilon in the Badlands, north of Dazra. I can send you the coordinates.
Anything else you can tell me about this Shadow Station Epsilon?
Epsilon was once a research station, with a focus on grav drive manipulation. The Zealots have since vastly expanded upon it. But it makes sense if they intend to use Sahima to their advantage.
So those Zealots are about to lose their
If
leverage.
anything happens to the hostages, they will lose a lot more than leverage.
We
Oh,
will
yeah.
do whatever is necessary to bring
Nice
Sahima
close-up.
and the others back safely.
That looks like a
Now that
capture
we have
for
a
this
rescue mission
episode.
underway, I'll speak to Merrick about setting up the negotiations. The current plan is to hold them at one of the geothermal power stations. Meet us there when Sahima and the others are safe.
Why this particular power station?
It's a fairly neutral location, and just the right distance from Dazra, so both parties will feel safe. The geothermal stations are also autonomous in nature, so we don't have to worry about unwanted eyes and ears.
Yeah, sure. I'll meet you at the power station.
Good. Serpent willing, your timing will line up. I'll stall the Zealots as long as I can, which shouldn't be an issue. That being said, I'd still appreciate it if you could act quickly. Now, Jamal wants an update before you leave. Just don't let her distract you for too long.
All right. Talk to Jamal. Let's do that. We're getting close to
Vindicator,
finishing
a word
this
before you
episode.
go.
Yeah. Sure.
Tell me, Vindicator, what do you know about the Zealots?
Don't worry. If they were exposed in New Atlantis, we'd have heard by now. A fair point, but if I don't hear back soon, I'll be looking for...
They're the old members of the once noble House Malene.
I'm impressed. You've already learned quite a bit from your time with us. The Zealots are widely frowned upon within our society. They're a remnant of the Serpent's Crusade, days we'd like to forget. Has my dear sister given you any history on our house's relations with the Zealots?
Rasmus said the Minister Conjunction keeps tabs on the Zealots.
I see. I should have expected as much. Rasma would have everyone believe she only wishes to keep an eye on the Zealots, so the Council can make informed decisions. The truth is, she's had this particular group of Zealots under her thumb for quite some time. This is only a problem now because she's lost control. That is the real reason why Rasma hasn't informed the High Council, and I'm sworn to silence.
I would argue that what you describe would be considered treason. And rightly so.
She lost control of the Zealots?
I'll get to that momentarily.
Tell me more.
House Kadik already has a reputation for being sympathetic to the Zealots, but the truth is far worse.
No, you're working together.
Razma wants the Zealots to back House Kadik, so the balance of power between the noble houses will shift to us. She's been employing them, paying them in supplies that aid their blind crusade.
I find it hard to believe. No, supplying Zealots is a mistake. They're terrorists.
House Kadik would be condemned should anyone outside our house find out. What none of us expected was the disaster that is the Scaled Citadel. The aftermath is what allowed the Zealots to grab Sahima and the others, flipping the balance of power in their favor. Razma has lost control, and is putting House Kadik's reputation and power at risk.
Well. Seems like Razma's controlling the situation. Oh, no. I'll see to it that Zealots have no power in these negotiations.
And that's what I wish to speak to you about. House Kadik shouldn't be associating with Zealots at all, except on an extermination level.
I agree.
But worse, we absolutely cannot be supplying them with ordnance of any kind. We need to cut ties with the Zealots altogether.
Well, let's just kill them all. Or we kill your sister and then you're in charge. I take it this conversation isn't about giving you an update.
Far from it. I want you to put an end to any connections between House Kadik and the Zealots. And while my position won't allow me to be blunt, I'll still make it clear. Should the hostages not survive, Razma would blame the Zealots and cut all ties.
House Kadik would go to any lengths, it seems.
You're condoning the murder of your own family.
I'm doing what I must to preserve this house. All you need to get is Sahima's research, which she has with her.
I'm not committing to anything. I'm not doing your dirty work.
I see I misjudged you. How unfortunate for us all. Well, should you change your mind, the offer still stands. And Vindicator, this conversation stays between us.
Wow. I don't like this house. What do you think, Andreja? Let's get out of here.
Since you've been accepted, I wonder if you'll see our influence on the settled systems.
Huh. Oh, what a twisted tale you guys are weaving. So thank you for joining the adventures of Professor Vindicator, Captain Lars Gagner, in our vanilla playthrough of Starfield here in Shattered Space, helping out the Varun. And I hope you're liking your time in Shattered Space. And let me know. Let me know what you're up to. And check out our modded playthrough as well. And we're throwing in RDR 2, Red Dead Redemption 2, as on weekends. RDR 1 will drop for Steam, so I'm seriously considering doing something with that on the channel. And I hinted earlier, you can check one of my posts, that I'm in the process. What are you doing, Andreja? In the process of seeing if I can get modded Skyrim going, in particular Lore Rim, here on Linux, because this is a Linux gaming channel. Check it out. If I can get that up and running, I'll let you know. And take care of yourselves. And if you can, she's just jumping around. Take care of someone else. Need to take care of Andreja, apparently. Thank you for watching the Lars Gagner Gaming channel. Please check out our episodes. We're running pretty much full-on Starfield right now. The Shatter Space just dropped earlier this week, and so Lars Gagner is going to be every Monday to Friday in the mornings, and on Saturday, Sunday in the afternoon. So I do a 9 a.m. local drop and a 3 p.m. local drop. On Monday to Friday, we're going to be doing the Red Gagner, which is my modded Starfield playthrough. That's my bounty hunter. He's about level 20. Lars is getting close to level 70. I think he's 68 right now at the time of this recording. And then we'll re-inject Red Dead Redemption 2 on Saturday and Sunday. This is all Linux gaming. So if you're interested in Linux gaming, check out some of my other videos, and I have some support videos, say about World of Warcraft or playing Elder Scrolls Online, although the ESO video is quite old. But I do play my games on Linux. I've been using Linux since the early 1990s, believe it or not, pretty much when the first distributions dropped and I was installing from floppy disks. So if you've got any questions about Linux gaming, just drop me a message in the comments, and I very much appreciate it. We've already up to 53 subscribers, which is more than when I took this screenshot. And yeah, let me know what you think. Drop a like, a subscribe, and more importantly, comments. And take care of yourself, everybody. And if you can, take care of someone else.